war! Ravens are going down!
All right, we're taking on the Ravens. We got a video coming up tomorrow, right?
Woo!
This is war. This man's a warrior right here. Steel Studio, baby.
Let's go!
Here we are, Steel Studio, and these are my Thursday thoughts. We appreciate you guys. It's hard to come up with some thoughts this time of year, but I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm thinking about the Steelers team. Yeah, all we hear about is the quarterback issues and all that, but let's face it, defense wins championships. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the prime example of that. If their defense was as good as it was this year, they wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl, first of all, because their offense was struggling at times. And they would not have made it and won the Super Bowl because that kept them in that game and was able to put them over the top. Yeah, Mahomes made the throws when it counted, and that's very important. But if it wasn't for that defense, they would have lost that game, Mahomes or not. And they also ran the football at the end of the year and in the playoffs very well, kind of like Tampa Bay did a couple years ago. And that's something that we can do. And our defense had a lot of injuries last year, and that really hurt us. But I think this year we're going to have more depth and we're going to have less injuries, not as much bad luck, and it's going to be a top 5 defense. Let's go through some of the positions on the team, where we're at, who we should bring back, and what we should sign. So if you look at the defensive line, Cam Hayward's not getting any younger. We realize that, and we need him to play less. I think that's the key for him. He can be a dominant player still. He was hurt all last year. Hopefully he'll be healthy next year. Play a little less, and he'll have a great year. It starts with Keanu Benton. What a draft pick. He's going to be a stud. There's no reason to think that guy won't be even better in year 2. And he's going to be a great player. He's going to be a great player, and that's going to help a lot. Some of the other guys have been a little disappointing, Loudermilk and Leal. I'm not sure they'll be back. Maybe Loudermilk has a role. And then we also have Ogunjobi, who I think is good, but not as good as we're paying him. And if we could sign another guy that's better, we could get rid of him and save $9 million. The draft is not very good defensive tackle draft. So I think that's a problem. So I think we could sign a guy, or we could go with what we have there. Maybe I'm hoping to bring back Watts and maybe Adams and get one more guy. And I think the defensive line will be fine. We don't have to go there in the draft just yet. Maybe next year we go there in the draft high, because this year's draft class in the draft is just the defensive tackle class is not that great. But there are some out there, and if one falls, we may grab one. As far as inside linebacker, we know how that went last year, but Cole Holcomb will be back. I have all the confidence in the world. It was a fluke injury, and he was good when he played. So I'm not worried there. I think Roberts is fine too. But we need another guy. Maybe we'll sign a Drew Tranquil, the guy who was with the Chiefs. Someone like that would be perfect in this defense. A Taki, maybe. Somebody like that would be a great third linebacker. Outside, we're really good. Watton Highsmith. Herbig's going to ascend into a better player again in year 2. But I would love to have Marcus Golden back on him 1 year, or someone like that. We could wait for that because these guys will be cut. Same with defensive linemen. As the draft happens, guys will be cut and available. Or there might be some guys sitting out there like last year with Siamalu that we could grab. That would be really good on the D-line or linebacker. We can get them a lot cheaper than they would have been. As far as corners, we have Joey Porter Jr., who's going to be an all-pro, in my opinion. And he had a really good rookie year, and hopefully he'll continue that and be even better. I don't know that we'll sign Wallace back. I hope we bring in a guy. There's some guys out there we could get for a decent $4 or $5 million a year. And I think we keep Peterson as well. And I think we draft one possibly. Maybe in the first round, second round. And we also have Trice, who is so tall, and also the other kid we signed. It's his birthday today. I can't remember his name, but the other corner, I think he could be good as well. The guy we got from Indy in practice squad. But you can't count on those guys, so I think we need another veteran there. We need to add one. and this secondary shores up. That'll change everything with this defense. Safety, we need another safety. We need to sign one. There's some out there. I'd love to get the kid Duggar from New England. Him and Minka would be the best pairing in the league, in my opinion. But we probably won't. They'll probably franchise him. So we either draft one or we sign one or two in the free agency because safeties are a little cheaper. I'm not sure we bring Kazee back and Neal, but I bet we bring one of those two back. They're both still on the team. Maybe we bring them both back and draft one and see what happens. But they're not that expensive. We could keep them. But neither one plays special teams. So we're probably going to have to go a little younger. I think the defense needs to get a little younger. But I think this defense has the foundation to be really, really good. And like I said, you look at the playoffs, you look at the season, the teams with the best defenses, we're always in it, and defense wins championships. Those are my Thursday thoughts. Follow me on YouTube, the Steel Studio on Facebook group. Every week we do True Steeler of the Week. Last week's True Steeler was Ryan Shazier. You know, Ryan's always going to be a true Steeler. He came back from a lot of adversity, and he's a great player. And those are guys that make a difference, and they're true Steelers. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next week. Go Steelers.